best part about doing the thing that you're avoiding anyway is that the feelings of the heaviness and the fear of maybe failure or judgment or the discomfort, all of that transforms into lightness, into gratitude, into relief, into peace.
Welcome to Breakthrough Mode, the podcast where we intentionally get into the driver's seat of our lives, shift out of monotony and mediocrity, and step on the gas towards becoming the person we were always meant to become.
Hello, and welcome to Wednesday in the Wild on the Breakthrough Mode podcast. If you're new to this segment of the podcast, this is the episode where I take personal development and our physical location out of the studio and into real life where we can really experience personally developing in real time and bringing like the theories into our lives and applying them, because learning all the things is super great, but the power is in the implementation. And so I guess that's really what the Wednesday in the Wild episodes are about. It is about dealing with things as they come up in life and then implementing what we know so that we can improve our experience, improve our lives, improve our thoughts, our perceptions, our beliefs, and continually get better. If you're joining me on YouTube, you will see that we are not in the car today, which is so fun. It is a gorgeous 60-degree day here in the Salt Lake City area. And so we are on my porch, which is fun. So hopefully there won't be too much noise going on in the background. But that brings in this realism, right? Where not everything, nothing actually, when it comes to being to personal development, when it comes to really striving to become better and improve, none of that happens under perfect conditions. If we experienced perfect conditions all of the time, then there would be no reason to improve. It's like that metaphor of the axe needing the grinding stone in order to become sharper, right? The things that we experience in our lives help us become sharper. They help us become better simply by giving us some friction, simply by being there to help us kind of jump against. The mental image that I'm getting in my head is like, have you ever seen those, like parkour athletes where they use a wall to jump off of in order to get to the next height, right? And so what could look like a roadblock in our life is actually there so that we can jump off of it and get someplace higher. So that's kind of a cool metaphor. And this was not what I was planning on chatting about today for Wednesday in the Wild, but I love how that just came up naturally, right? Because we encounter those things that maybe we don't want to encounter, that then give us the ability to improve and get better and to, reach that higher place, reach our higher self, reach a higher destination, reach a higher goal, become better, whatever it is that we're doing. So it's kind of perfect that that's not the ideal situation, right? That's the point of Wednesday in the Wild. I want the studio episodes to be, more controlled, but that's not how we actually experience the process of implementing personal development. They're not in a controlled environment, in a chaotic environment where things happen and we've got to figure it out in real time, in the moment. Okay, so what I actually have for you today is some ideas on a thing that we do called avoidance, the things that we avoid. Usually there's something that we need to do that we are actively avoiding. And when we're actively avoiding, it's interesting to note that we're not actually avoiding the thing. We're actually avoiding a feeling or a potential circumstance that comes from that thing. So maybe doing the thing is uncomfortable, or maybe we fear that it will, open us up to failure or open us up to judgment. Those are the things that we are actually avoiding. It's not usually about the thing in itself. And it could just be like, I don't want to do that thing because I don't like to. So, you're avoiding the discomfort. You're avoiding doing something you don't want to do. But if you can separate the thing from how you feel about it, then you know what you're actually avoiding. And the interesting thing is that when we are actively avoiding something, anytime we think about it, anytime it crosses our mind, or even if it's in our physical environment, anytime we physically cross the path of this thing that we need to do, we get like a micro hit of the feeling that we're avoiding, along with the heaviness of like drudgery and like uh just that resistance, right? You get that heaviness and you still get a micro hit of the potential failure, the discomfort, just the I don't want to do it sort of friction. Even by not doing the thing, you're still experiencing the feeling that you're trying to avoid, is the interesting thing. And the more you put it out of your head, the more you just try to not deal with it, kind of the bigger and bigger it looms. Now, when we deal with something, it doesn't always necessarily mean that we do the thing that we're avoiding. Sometimes dealing with it is simply deciding, I'm not going to do this. And when you decide, like fully, full stop, 100% decide that you are not going to do something, that is like closing the tab on that thing. And truly, it's gone if you truly fully decide. Now, if you say, I'm not going to do that thing outwardly, but inwardly you're still waffling on it, then you haven't really made a decision here and you're still avoiding the decision. But if you're going to do the thing and you know you're going to do the thing and it's something that you have to do or you have to take care of or whatever it is, avoiding it prolongs it. It doesn't do you any favors, and it doesn't actually prevent you from feeling whatever it is that you are striving to not feel. Because every time you think about it, every time you cross its path, you're getting a micro hit of that feeling anyway. And depending on how often it pops up in your head or crosses your path, that could be far more often than if you would just do the thing straight on, take care of it, and then be done. And then the best part about doing the thing that you're avoiding anyway is that the feelings of the heaviness and the fear of maybe failure or judgment or the discomfort, all of that transforms into lightness, into gratitude, into relief, into peace. All of those feelings truly actually transform once you just do the thing you are avoiding. So, avoidance is really interesting because it's part of our human nature. We don't like to be uncomfortable. We don't like to open ourselves up to failure. We don't like to open ourselves up to judgment. There are things that we just don't want to do because we simply don't want to do them. But if it's something that needs to be done, if it's something that you know you will have to do eventually, or you know that things will be better, so much better off if you do it, if you face it, if you take care of it, then the whole idea of avoidance doesn't help, number one, but it actually doesn't protect you either because you're still experiencing the feelings that you are trying to not experience every time you think about it. So, Think about something that you're avoiding, something that, maybe you need to do, or you feel like you should do, or your higher self wants you to do, or whatever. Whatever it is, think about this thing that you're avoiding and challenge yourself to figure out what the feelings are underneath what you are avoiding. Are you just don't want to be uncomfortable? Are you do you just not want to spend the energy? Are you afraid of judgment or failure? Or what is underneath the thing that you're avoiding? Knowing what those feelings are will hopefully give you some power to work through those feelings and then do the thing that you're avoiding, knowing that on the other side, all of the feelings that you're avoiding feeling will be absolutely transformed. They will be transformed into peace. They'll be, I'm so glad that I finally did that. It will be relief. It will feel lighter, and you'll be on the other side of it, which will feel so, so good. Trust me, that will feel so good. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you for joining me on Wednesday in the Wild, despite the cars driving by. Hopefully, maybe you can even hear the birds, which is really fun. And thank you for joining me today. Go tackle whatever it is you're avoiding and feel so much better. I totally love you. Bye for now.